Well, we knew it was going to be a tough game, especially when you won the first one. How proud are you of your group for coming out with the win?
Yeah, it's always a challenge, especially when you get the first one. Same thing. They got a couple bodies back that are obviously dangerous players, and yeah, we knew they were going to be good. And yeah, to get the result we did, the way we did it, is something that everyone's proud of.
About this group, I mean, we know you've got one of the best PKs in the AHL, but it just seems like you guys don't sit back on it. It seems like you have guys who have the mindset to get that puck and go. And in that first period power play specifically, there were at least 2 or 3 opportunities where you guys created offense and looked like the more dangerous team, even though you were killing. Is that just, again, what does that do for your group collectively to see that kind of effort?
Yeah, it's extremely rewarding. We've had success with it, and right from day one, the coaching staff, Bob specifically, has been talking about exactly that with the penalty killers because of again, the people that play on it. Right, the guys that play on it are skilled players that can produce offensively, and obviously you want to do the job defensively first. But when you get a chance to challenge somebody, and at the very worst, hopefully every once in a while you draw a penalty, let alone get a chance or score.
Just in terms of like what a game like that can do for your team's mentality, because it did seem like a playoff type of game where both teams were getting their chances but really not trying to play too loose. Can you kind of use that to springboard your group and say, like, these are the types of games we need to win?
That was exactly the message, I think, from the staff there after the game was how it felt. It was exactly that playoff game, tight checking game defensively, and at the end of the day, you want to be the team to not make the mistake when it mattered. And again, the forward line, they got a chance there in the third and put it in the back of the net, and yeah, again, that's usually how it goes in playoffs. So very, very rewarding, and yeah, it does springboard the confidence for the group going into the home stretch here.
Just in terms of the way your team defended, I thought that, again, that's kind of part and parcel to my previous question, but just when there were opportunities, your goaltender was excellent and, of course, comes away with the shutout. What can you say about Thomas Milich's performance today?
He was fantastic. It's not what you want, but you gave up breakaway chance 5 seconds into the game, and he was sharp right from them right till the end. There's chances in the second period and even the third as well where you do have lapses. It's going to happen, and he stood tall, confident, calm, poised all game, and again, it's great to know that both him and Dom back there can do the job for us.
Last one for me, just in terms of Tyrell Bauer getting his own bobblehead. What does he mean to this team? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to ask if you're going to get one of those bobbleheads, but what does that a guy like that, a heart and soul kind of guy, mean to your group?
Incredibly important. I think teams that have success need players like that, need people like that, and what he does on the ice in terms of how he plays, the presence that he brings is part of it for sure. But who he is off the ice and the leadership and just the type of person he is ultimately who you want to have around. And I think, again, like I said, successful teams have players like that. So we're very lucky to have them.